When most people hear the word peptides, their minds drift toward locker rooms, late-night supplement ads, or whispered talk of performance enhancers. But what if we told you that peptides are not exotic potions for athletes, but some of the most powerful, life-saving medicines in modern healthcare? At Illuminated Peptides, we think it's time to set the record straight. Peptides are not a fad, they're a revolution. Let's have some fun busting myths, exploring the science, and shining a light on why peptides are shaping the future of medicine. Myth 1. Peptides are unsafe. This myth has been recycled endlessly online. People imagine peptides as shady powders mixed in back rooms. The truth is much brighter. Peptides are one of the most studied classes of medicines today. More than 100 peptide drugs have already been approved worldwide for conditions ranging from diabetes and obesity to rare diseases, cancers, and cardiovascular disorders. Regulators like the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and European Medicines Agency, EMA, don't just allow peptide drugs on the market. They actively expand their approved uses as new evidence comes in. Take semaglutide, known commercially as Ozempic, Wegovy, and Rybelsus. In 2024, the FDA went a step further than diabetes and weight management approvals. It recognized Wegovy as a therapy that reduces cardiovascular risks such as heart attack and stroke in people with obesity or overweight who also have heart disease. That's not hype. It's the outcome of rigorous multi-year clinical trials. Of course, safe in medicine never means risk-free. Even aspirin has side effects. But under medical supervision, peptide drugs have demonstrated overwhelmingly positive benefit-to-risk profiles across millions of patients. So why the fear? Because counterfeit products muddy the waters. Online sellers sometimes push fake or unapproved peptide vials labeled as research chemicals. These unauthorized versions can indeed be unsafe, causing dosing errors or contamination. But that risk isn't from peptides themselves. It's from avoiding legitimate medical systems. At Illuminated Peptides, we emphasize trust, transparency, and research integrity. Our work aligns with global scientific and regulatory standards to ensure peptides are used responsibly and effectively. Myth 2. Peptides are illegal. Not true. Context matters. In healthcare, peptides are fully legal and widely prescribed. From the US to Europe, Japan, and Australia, peptide drugs are authorized as mainstream therapies. Millions of prescriptions are written every year. If your doctor prescribes a peptide treatment, you're not breaking the law. You're receiving cutting-edge, regulated medicine. In sports, the story changes. Certain peptides are banned by the World Anti-Doping Agency, not because they are unsafe, but because they might provide athletes with an unfair performance boost. That restriction applies only to competitive athletes, not everyday patients. The only genuinely illegal issue comes from counterfeit sales. Regulators worldwide have cracked down on unauthorized compounded versions of drugs like semaglutide and tirzepatide. Again, it's not the science of peptides that's illegal, it's the shady, unregulated distribution. At Illuminated Peptides, we make this distinction clear. Legitimate, prescribed peptides are legal, trusted medicines. The misuse of the word illegal has created unnecessary fear and confusion, but the science leaves no doubt. Peptides are part of the regulated, life-saving medical landscape. Myth 3. Peptides are only for athletes. This is perhaps the most outdated myth of all. Yes, some athletes have tried to misuse peptides, but the overwhelming majority of peptide research and applications today have nothing to do with sports. Metabolic health is one of the greatest success stories. Drugs like semaglutide are helping millions of people manage type 2 diabetes and obesity. Beyond weight loss, these treatments reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes. literally extending lives. Dermatology and wound healing are another frontier. Researchers are developing peptide-based hydrogels and dressings that accelerate skin repair, stimulate collagen, and regenerate tissue. Imagine a bandage that doesn't just cover a wound, but actively heals it. That's the promise of peptide science. Neuroscience is exploring peptides for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Early evidence suggests peptides may reduce brain inflammation and improve energy metabolism, offering hope in fields where new solutions are desperately needed. And in oncology and immunology, peptides are being used to design cancer vaccines and targeted therapies. By training the immune system or delivering drugs directly to tumor cells, peptides could revolutionize cancer care with greater precision and fewer side effects. The takeaway? Far from being only for athletes, peptides are one of medicine's most versatile tools, tackling conditions that affect millions worldwide. Meet the modern peptides. 3 names highlight the future: semaglutide, kagrilintide, and ritatide. Semaglutide has already transformed diabetes and obesity treatment. With its FDA approval for reducing cardiovascular risk, it is now a life-saving drug. Kagrilintide, when combined with semaglutide as CagriSema, has shown remarkable Phase 3 results, patients losing around 20% of body weight in just over a year. Ritatide, still in trials, is a triple agonist showing unprecedented weight loss results, opening doors to even more powerful therapies. Together, these peptides demonstrate not just incremental progress, but transformative leaps in managing chronic diseases. Who we are. At Illuminated Peptides, powered by Omniext Tech, we are more than a brand. We are a commitment. We are America's #1 choice for research peptides, trusted by professionals and researchers across the country. Every step of our work is guided by rigorous scientific and ethical frameworks. We align with global regulatory benchmarks to ensure the highest integrity. Our advanced research platforms, built with cutting-edge technology, bring clarity and transparency to a field often clouded by misinformation. We see a future where peptides are not just therapies, but gateways to healthier, longer, and more vibrant lives. Our role is to illuminate that path. The bright future of peptide science. Peptides are not dangerous fads. They are legitimate, scientifically validated tools already transforming healthcare. From diabetes to heart disease, from wound healing to cancer research, peptides are showing us what modern medicine can achieve when science and technology align. The myths don't stand a chance against the facts. And at Illuminated Peptides, we believe in more than facts. We believe in clarity, transparency, and trust. At Illuminated Peptides, powered by Omniext Tech, we combine science and technology to light the path forward in peptide research. Trusted, transparent, illuminated, America's #1 choice for research peptides. If you enjoyed this insight, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected as we continue to share the latest breakthroughs in peptide science.